this. 1 second. Okay. One or two little bugs in this.
You get these unique below the chin views.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good look, right?
Not for me.
I mean, mind you, it's either that or above the hairline, and that's no good for me. So, yeah.
This saves you the reflections.
1 second. Okay, there we go. We're live. All right. What's happening? Yeah, some kind of bug. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we are. All right, cool. Okay, we are live, my friend.
Welcome, world.
Hey guys. Okay, so maybe you could give a brief introduction about your business, about your token sale, or whatever you'd like to talk about, and we'll get going from there. And
sure.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, I look unkempt. I've just been outside, and it's Florida, and we just had a impromptu rainstorm. It was a bit of a disaster.
You look beautiful. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're running the first internet coin offering, so ICO, which is specifically purposed to support the Earth, to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, and to incentivize corporations to be good behaviors in the world of climate change. So we come up with a unique idea, which is a way that people can invest with us to create a fund, which we hope will get to $200 million, which will create a carbon exchange and invest in activities which incentivize companies to reduce carbon emissions. At the same time, we expect these projects to be profitable and attractive as businesses. And the unique aspect is that you can make the investment with us, support these activities, protect the Earth, and within 20 days of making the investment at the end of the ICO, have the option to take your money back. Because there's a liquid coin that we've issued that other people will trade for, because the coin represents a share of the profits in the fund, and at the end of the fund represents return of capital. So there's value in the coin. So you could be a large company or person that wants to support the Earth. You can make a donation or a purchase here to create the fund, and you could decide to take your money back, or you could reinvest it next to us in projects. But in any case, you're liquid and get your money back while having done good for the Earth.
Okay, so you're raising money via the ICO, so you're going to receive, I guess you're taking in Ethereum, right? It's an ERC20? Okay.
Yes, we'll be taking Ethereum.
Okay, and then so those Ethereum funds being converted to cash and invested in other companies, is that correct, or are you going to?
Well, it depends. We're true believers in the power of the blockchain and decentralization. This is meant to be a company, an effort that will go across borders and help, citizens of the Earth. In that way, that we're probably going to focus our money on helping companies use the blockchain or work with companies that are already focused on the blockchain. A lot of those will be willing to take Ethereum or Bitcoin as investment capital, and if not, we'll transfer it into fiat.
Okay, sure, yeah. And so you're looking? I read your white paper, but I didn't delve deeply into it. So I'm probably missing quite a few details. But my understanding is one of the goals is to acquire some companies under this with this fund that you raise. Is that correct?
We'll probably invest in good management teams and be decentralized, as our theory is for most things. So I would expect us not to seek control and not to acquire, but instead to incentivize behaviors by investing in projects, by buying carbon credits and making a liquid market for carbon credits, and other incentivized techniques, which would carry with them return of capital and profits.
Okay, so how are you tying? So these I guess the first question is, the teams that you're looking to invest in with this this fund, what kind of things are you looking for?
Well, if we step back for a second and understand that we're looking to incentivize, good corporate behavior and profitable businesses, what I've learned over the last 30 years of being involved in the finance world is that the number one thing you have to focus on is the quality of management,
Mm-hmm.
because it's their vision, their persistence, and their ability to deal with change which creates the opportunities for the investors and for the project.
Mm-hmm.
So while we will be focusing on things which will reduce carbon dioxide emissions, it's really going to be through excellent management teams that we operate. And so the hunt is to find the good opportunities that already have excellent management, or where we can bring management to the company as part of our transaction.
Okay, and then how will the value from these teams that you invest in, how will that transfer to your token that people buy in the ICO?
So the fund is a foundation. It's a not-for-profit. It's based in Zurich under the laws of Zurich.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will invest the funds into opportunities and into the carbon trading. We will generate profits. The profits will pay some overhead, which is managed and in a budget, which is in our white paper. Okay. And then all profits will be distributed to the coins on a pro rata basis, essentially as a dividend, but it's a profit share. And then at the term of the fund, we will return the capital back to the coins, again pro rata. So there'll be a terminal value in the coins.
Okay. So when you say you'll return it to the coins, will that be like an Ethereum deposit, an Ether deposit on whatever? So say we have a specific address.
I would expect.
Sorry.
It's going to look more like a buyback. So we'll buy back our coins.
Okay. So is this is kind of are you offering this in the US or not?
Oh, interesting question. State of the art. Yes, we are going to do this as the most white hat type of offering that we possibly can, in full compliance of U.S. securities laws. We would prefer this not to be considered a security because we think it's a not-for-profit activity, incentivizing good behavior. However, the U.S. regulators may have a different view, and for that perspective, we want to have access to the large U.S. investors. So we will be complying with U.S. securities laws.
Okay, so there'll be a filing and stuff like that related to this?
Well, we may do it under one of the regulations for crowdfunding or one of the other exemptions for regulation.
Okay.
But it will be done within the four corners of the law.
Okay, cool. Well, it's good for people to know. So,
fully compliant.
The other concern there with the security stuff is I think some of the exchanges are making it they're delisting some they're essentially the tokens versus the securities, and I think they're delisting some of the securities because they themselves don't have their licenses. But still, I think
right. So we're actually going to do exactly the opposite. We're going to try and fit in and be compliant so that if any exchanges jump up for the tokens, that we're fully that we're one of the tokens which is fully compliant and available for those types of exchanges, because we expect those exchanges to develop.
Okay, cool. So when does the ICO start? And
November 1st.
November 1st. I'm just gonna make some notes about the details of the. So it's November 1st, and how many? Do you have like a fixed number of tokens you're issuing, or is it mintable? Or?
It'll be 2 billion, and we'll burn the non-issued upon at the end of the ICO. We're trying to follow best practices from every perspective.
Okay.
We're just about to start the pre-sale. We're offering significant discounts to people that come in over the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Which is really unique in this type of situation, because again, it means you can support the climate, receive your coins at a discount. We will form the fund and do the work for the environment, and in 2 weeks you probably can sell, at a profit.
Yeah.
On your investment.
Yeah. What is the pre-sale? Is that capped? Or...
pre-sale is capped, I believe, at $25 million.
$25 million US dollars.
Yep, and we're offering a 30% discount.
But it's capped at $25 million, and at a 30% discount.
Yep.
Okay.
30.
Okay.
30.
Okay. All right. And okay, so then the ICO, is that what's going to be the deal with that? What's the issuance with the?
I don't have the details yet, but it'll be a standard stair step as we go through the amount that's available in the ICO, with a decreasing discount over time to incentivize people to invest early.
Okay. And are you, like, if you invest in a pre-sale, when will you get your tokens?
Probably November 23rd.
November 23rd. Okay. So that's when the ICO finishes, I'm guessing.
Right. Subject to the lawyers.
Yeah, of course. Well, my guess is you were a little unclear on some of the details on the ICO, and that's presumably because you've got to go through that, and some of the pre-ICO funding will go towards figuring that out, I'm guessing, right?
Well, we have the funds to figure it out. The thing is that the terrain is changing on us as we're in the middle of the transaction.
Yeah.
So have the goal of being fully compliant, and nobody can tell you what that means. It takes a little extra digging. Having said that, I did the first IPO of a Chinese company on the New York Stock Exchange. So I was responsible for the creation of the laws in China for international IPOs. So I have some experience in dealing with the regulators in the United States and abroad for creating precedent-setting transactions. And I'm hoping that this is a precedent-setting transaction as well.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. So, okay, November 1st is the ICO, and the pre-sale, I'm sorry, you did say, I think, when that starts. But...
Well, the pre-sale starts officially Monday.
Okay, so that would...
We're also, along with the pre-sale, we're starting an outreach to corporations that might want to be founding sponsors. Maybe your company would like to. And that would put your name on our website in perpetuity as a founding sponsor for Climate Coin.
Okay.
We would like you to take our coin, put it on your website, and we would offer you a pre-sale discount.
Okay, cool. So there are different incentives for, if you want to help out with essentially, spreading the word about spreading the word, getting involved early, and that's
right. But also it's advertising and marketing for you, because many people who are going to come to us, are participating not only because they love the earth and their children, but also because they want the marketing benefit for their company. God bless them. And we would love to help them.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, let me see. Is that investors would want to know about this? That sort of makes it. There's a lot of coins on the market right now. I mean, I guess nowhere near enough.
There certainly are. I mean, I think the fact that we're doing a fully compliant offering, the fact that we're the first ICO that's focusing on the reduction of carbon emissions into the earth, and the fact that this is a way to do something which people in general are in favor of, while having the chance to be liquid and get your money back, and knowing that you put something like this in motion, I think it's a pretty powerful proposition.
Yeah. Also, there was something I read in your white paper about integration with maybe hardware. Was there something about hardware integration where to count carbon credits through some kind of integration there? Or am I making that?
I think maybe what you're referring to was the discussion about the carbon exchange. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Because we are setting up a carbon exchange, which will basically provide liquidity for those good actors out there that are generating the carbon credits and aren't able to liquidate them. We're going to make a market so that people can again incentivize good behavior.
So is that going to be kind of like a carbon exchange done, crypto done token style? Is that the general theme of that? Something like that?
That's a good question. It certainly would be an interesting opportunity in that direction. I don't want to fully disclose our plans.
I won't. Okay, well.
But it certainly is an interesting idea.
Yeah, you piqued my interest anyways. That's good.
Welcome.
Cool. All right. Well, okay. Well, it's a cool project. I'm going to read some more on the white paper, give it some more thought, and I'm sharing. This should be live on Facebook right now, but I haven't actually checked if it is. If it's not, I will share the recording later, and people will be able to see it. And
and we're always open to field questions, or if there's anyone that shows interest, we're happy to entertain.
well, one of the other things is I don't know if you're doing this from your iPhone or someone else's or what, but we have other investors on this platform who also, since your pitch is on here, maybe that one of them will have some other questions that I didn't come up with, and they may also contact you to do a video discussion if that's of interest to you. And okay. People can also message you through this platform. And then
Fantastic.
Where else can people find you? Because you have a website, you have an
Our website is www.climatecoin.io. That's the best place to find us. And we're also in all the usual places in terms of Telegram, Slack, Facebook, Twitter. All the social media is covered. And then I don't know if it's I happen to be James at climatecoin.io. If anyone would like to reach out to me directly, I'm always available. And I would like to compliment you on your platform and your business here. It's a well-needed platform. I think it's really interesting, and I think you have the beginning of something really powerful.
Very kind of you to say so. Thanks a lot. That's always nice to hear. I don't hear it very often, so...
They're just jealous. Don't worry.
Haters be hating, No, haters gonna hate. I've messed up a meme. That's
exactly.
Eternal hell for me now.
Don't worry, I got it. But I love what you're doing, and if there's any way that we can help you, again, I'd be happy to put you up on our sponsors page, in return for you doing this, hosting us here. I'm happy to give you some exposure on our page.
Thank you very much. I would appreciate that. But let me know what you need from me to do that, and we'll make it happen.
We'll contact you directly.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
All right. My pleasure.
Bye.
Ciao.